Before we start this video, thank you to the members of both of the channels.
To Scruffy, and let's just watch. Let's see how Thomas does on this layout here. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's going in my next video. The brand new merch is so bad, it keeps giving me content. Look how bad this is.
Apart from all the new toys and the new TV series that are coming out soon.
Hello everyone and welcome to another 2026 Thomas and Friends review. Today we are taking a look at the Railroader Builder Pack. Now it's kind of funny, it's called a Railroad Builder Kit because that is an American term, and sadly with a lot of the new merchandise, Thomas has become Americanized. Whether that's All Engines Go or even just this new reboot merch, it's not really the charm of a British railway anymore. I don't know. But anyways, we take a look at this pack now. We are going to have 5 different track options. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is kind of just like an expansion, but these 4 are like actual layouts where you can run some trains or just connect number 4 to a other set, such as Bell Station or even, I don't know, the Tidmouth Shed set. But what is the intriguing part of this set is the fact that we get an exclusive Percy with a painted whistle, a painted dome. He is plastic, but it's sad because it's objectively better than this Percy right over here, which does not have painted anything. And my Percy has a factory error on his boiler stripes. So you kind of just see the comparison there real quick. Yeah. So this one is better even though it's plastic. But taking a look at this packaging, we have Percy in the bottom left, which I think is a really nice render, to be honest with you. These engines are looking good on the renders for the show. Sadly, we just don't have any marketing for the brand new reboot. Available on YouTube Kids, the Thomas and Friends logo. It's everything it comes with. Railroad Builder Kit, Mattel logo. Of course, we can't forget the only image they are putting on the merchandise, sadly. This same Thomas render. It's getting kind of old. It was cool for a long time, and now here we are like 7 months later after this image released, and I'm getting kind of sick of it because it's all over everything, and we don't have anything revealed about the brand new TV show, so it's just getting kind of boring seeing that. So here's the back of the pack. Honestly, the layout I think I'm going to go with for this pack is going to be, I think I'll do this one. This one's kind of cool as well. We have 2 ups and downs. This one's kind of neat. We also have a figure 8 here, which is pretty darn cool, not going to lie. Even though it's just a figure 8, let's not start glazing the bare minimum here. 23 pieces. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this open. So a big complaint with the brand new track system is that it doesn't have any variety of actual track pieces they give you. They are basically just the exact same pieces over and over. Do I have to cut this? Like, what is wrong with this right now? I think I do. Oh, yep. You had to cut that plastic out. Directions here. This is an adapter for old Trackmaster Track, which I do not own. This right now is on Amazon, so that's where I got this from. And here it is. It's just kind of thrown in there, as everything is with the brand new sets and all these new releases. Everything is just packed together so lazily because all this stuff is cheap garbage, so they could just throw it in there like it is cheap garbage. Here is the plastic Percy, which actually is in plastic. Wow, we're really trying, Mattel. We got some plastic surrounding the engine. Wow. Really upping our game here. So there's that. Get that out. And now we can just dump these tracks out. So that's that. Like I said, I will be setting up probably the figure 8 layout. So I also have the motorized Thomas and Scruffy pack of that I can run on this. I will be keeping this simply because I just need to have some quick track to review the future diecast engines and then motorized Rosie, Diesel, and Emily. and all the other releases coming this summer and fall. So I'll just be keeping this just to have some brand new track for these brand new slop merchandise items. But anyways, let's take a look at the brand new Percy. This looks much nicer. So Percy's got his normal smile. Does have a painted dome, painted whistle. Looks so much nicer. I don't understand why we're forced to buy this plastic Percy to get a painted dome and whistle. Look at that. Look at the difference. It's the same thing with painted buffers and painted running boards and painted lamps. The simple color, additions make so much of a difference. Look at that. So, looks-wise, this Percy looks better. And obviously, the factory error really pisses me off the more I own this Percy because it just looks so ugly. It looks so dumb. These 4 stripes not lined up. It's so pathetic. But yeah, pretty much just a normal Percy, just plastic. We have a lot more rivets on this plastic Percy, actually, which is a shame because rivets are incredibly ugly and not needed. But we do still have the physical cab roof. Coal bunker looks the same. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory of how this Percy is. But anyways, let's set this Percy down. Yeah, little color changes make such a difference, guys. So many of you are like, just... paint it yourself, do it yourself. No, I'm not going to have to paint the buffers myself when Mattel is a multi-billion-dollar company. No, there's no excuse for this garbage that they've been producing. No excuse. Horrible quality in the motorized. Horrible quality control. Their factories suck. The factory errors are pathetic. Multi-billion-dollar company, and they can't even put out proper Thomas the Train with a face merchandise. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing. So I'll be back when I have a layout set up. All right, I am back with everything set up. So here is the figure 8 set for this Railroader kit. If you guys do want to build a big layout with the brand new merchandise, this kit is an essential because it basically gives you ascending pieces, more risers, more just pieces that help you give elevation and just different angles to your layout. For example, you have this diagonal going underneath the bridge. So that's something that you're not going to get in the other sets. But we also do have blue tracks. So now we have how many colors of track in the brand new Reboot merch? We have this Nerf gun green. We have the also Nerf gun orange. We have the gray, and then we have the blue. And to be honest with you, if they made this gray or blue the only track color, the new merchandise, looks-wise, would look so much better, especially if all the track was this gray. But even if they made it this blue, that'd be sick. It'd be like a Tomy reference, a Playrail reference. I think if all the track was this blue, people would not complain either because, well, that's Tomy and Playrail. But then also the gray looks good because it's just a basic, track color for literally any train merchandise line. Just a gray. It matches the ballast, the rails. Even if they did gray with, brown in between for the wood planks, that'd be really cool. But anyways, I do have Motorized Thomas with Scruffy on the layout, so we are going to run him in just a second. But let me take the camera off the tripod here and take a look at the brand new Oliver with Toad, who's on the bridge. So here's the brand new metal Oliver. Honestly, Oliver has pretty quickly become one of my favorite metal engines for this brand new merchandise. If we go over here, I do have all my metal engines just set up sitting here because I don't really touch them or use them. But out of these engines, my favorite ones are probably going to be Henry and Oliver. I really am disappointed with the tender engines simply because the tenders are 100% plastic. And so it's kind of making me dislike them more and more, especially when it's if Mattel was just a little less lazy, they'd be so much better. The plastic tenders really hurt it, but and plus the smoke box is plastic, the cab is plastic. The only metal on these tender engines is the boiler, which is a big shame because they're supposed to be metal engines. But yeah, honestly, Oliver is my favorite metal release right now because look at the train you can have, just the yellow troublesome truck, and then we're still waiting for the purple troublesome tanker with a face to come in Wave 3, probably in August or September. So that's going to be really cool. And then we have the brand new Percy just sitting on the line below with a painted whistle and everything. So that looks really cool. I know he's plastic, but he just looks so much better. Oh, wait. Backwards magnet Percy. Look at that. So we have a factory error in the Railroad Builder Kit, which I have seen on other people's online. Other people's Percys have backwards magnets as well. And you can also see his boilers like separating from his smoke box as well. So that's kind of a shame. But yeah, so Percy in the Railroad Builder Kit has backwards magnets. That is a shame. Yeah, so he's not the same Percy. I guess he's more of a shunter now, guys. Or you just have to flip around the trucks. But I think that's kind of cool. You can, like, pull Percy around with the trucks facing him, just like in Season 5. Surprise, surprise, catch us if you can. So I guess that's pretty cool. You just have to flip Toad and the Troublesome Truck around, but I think that's kind of neat. You can have Percy travel along the layout with trucks facing him. But anyways, yeah, as I was saying, Oliver quickly becoming my favorite metal engine of the brand new line. I just love his coloring. I love his green. It's a shame his wheels don't match. I love his painted whistle. His number 11 looks really sharp. It's just really cool to have a brand new Oliver in the line. It's a shame his back wheel is not smaller as well, but you can't have everything with Mattel. You basically have to take what they give you. I'm also not the biggest fan of just how these engines sound, because if Mattel were to finally get rid of the crappy motorized line, I mean, let's be real. The motorized has completely failed this year. I love magnets, and I love the push-to-start button, but the type of magnets Mattel use and just the motors, they're not good enough. Magnets are amazing when they're on, like, Wooden Railway, but Mattel is so cheap that they purposefully gave us, like, cheap, very weak, crappy magnets. It's Mattel's fault. It's not the magnet's fault. Mattel's just cheap and wants to, you know, make everything as garbage as possible to lower production costs, clearly. That's why the motors keep getting cheaper and bare minimum. So I just think motorized failed. And so if we got only metal as the main merchandise line, we could finally get rid of this track with the rivets in there, with the grooves in there, sorry, because this sounds awful. Like, I think really nice die-cast metal track is kind of like Ertl, but if we could just shape it like this and take away the grooves and make it all one color, I think it'd be really good then, to be honest with you. Shape it like this, take away the grooves, make it all gray or all blue, and then we'd be all good, honestly, and we'd be ready for a brand new era of Thomas merch. No more crappy motorized, and then we can just stick with die-cast metal, which would be pretty cool, because Mattel will never bring back Wooden Railway. But anyways, so enough of that. Let's get, there are some extra pieces with this layout too. You do have an extra switch, an extra straight track, and I also do have an extra blue ascending piece in this bin right here. But let's attach the yellow Troublesome Truck and Toad to Scruffy, and let's just watch. Let's see how Thomas does on this layout here. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's going in my next video. The brand new merch is so bad, it keeps giving me content. Look how bad this is. So I just made a video on how we should cancel motorized and make metal the only line. And then I go to use a brand new motorized Thomas from the Thomas and Scruffy pack, and it does this, pulling Scruffy and 2 die-cast pieces. This is horrible. Wow. Yeah, we need to get rid of motorized. Get rid of it. It sucks. It's actually so bad. Are we serious? How is it struggling? It's at the top of the viaduct. Am I like the first person to have this happen to? This is really bad. No way. No way. It's still struggling. I mean, talk about a good scenario for like an episode with Scruffy and the troublesome truck causing trouble. You know, Thomas can't get the trucks up the hill and Toad's trying his best. But this is really bad. It's time to cancel Motorized and it's time to make metal the only merchandise line, honestly. It's time, guys. It's time. Okay, wow. So, what are the Mattel Slop Glazers going to say now? Brand new Thomas and Scruffy pack, and he's doing this. And, you know, some of you guys are so brain dead, you're going to argue, well, you shouldn't have the metal pieces behind the motorized engines. Then why do they make everything compatible with each other? Why give everything magnets? Why have everything run on the same track? Everything should work fluently. Problems like this do not happen with Playrail, with Tomy, with Hit Air Trackmaster. They don't happen. This new merchandise sucks. It's horrible. How many chances have I given this slop? I've given this stuff so many chances, and look what it does. Slaps you right in the face every time you try to use it. Okay, guys. So this has been my video on the Railroad Builder Kit. You can build a nice little figure 8 with this pack. I think it's honestly worth it for those of you who want a big layout for your metal engines. But what's the point? You know, you might as well just put these guys on some wooden railway track or Tomy track with other destinations. This track sucks in general. It's limited with what pieces you have. There's only one size of curve, one type of switch, one type of straight track, and that's pretty much it. You're pretty limited, and the motorized engines don't even work. So, you know, what's the point to this new merchandise, honestly? Besides the metal, nothing else has to exist. Just release metal merchandise. Be like the Cars franchise, I guess. This is really bad.